YouTubers, Mike Martin's here, Mike Martin's channel. Say hi, Antonio and Tinga. We're just on our way back from Walmart. We went to go pick up some seeds and some pots. We're gonna plant some. We're gonna be planting some flowers today from seeds, and I want the kids to see how if they're dedicated to watering their plants and making sure it gets sun.
I get water and I'm standing though.
Okay, baby.
I get my jacket on.
Okay, so basically if they're dedicated and they can take care of a plant and start kind of understanding how things grow and row and how things kind of roll, I guess, understanding some of the basics here. So we're going to do that today.
I put it in my cabin and
Okay, so that's what we're going to do today. Family things like this is what I wanted to do. Just raise a family. That's all I wanted. I really didn't want anything else. But yeah, anyways, I want to talk about debt. I really do, because it's becoming a really big problem. There's too many people taking on more than what they could conquer.
my mommy's going and
Okay. So anyways, too many people are biting off more than what they could chew. The problem is, think of it like this. This is how I always see debt. If you can't conquer it, it's a problem. Would you step into a fight you know you'll lose? Would you swim across a lake you know you can't make it across? That's exactly what you're doing when you're falling into debt like that, or you're taking on too much debt, or you're leveraging yourself. It is so mind-boggling to me that, the whole housing thing. Oh my God, $2 million for a detached bungalow that was built in 1910. $2 million, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath for $2 million, or $1.7 million, or whatever. Heck, even $1.2 million. Even $800,000 is nuts. But people don't see that being nuts. They see it as that's how the trend is, and that's how much housing is. And if they don't buy now, they'll never own. But the problem is the debt load that people get themselves into. Like, imagine you have to owe this money to the mob, or even better, you owe this to the government. That, my friends, is a big problem. So, we're looking at a big problem, and people are trying to conquer too much, or trying to buy now, pay later. Or, buy now, pay later, or, and when people start realizing property taxes are defeating them, they're being defeated, they're losing, they're getting their butts kicked by property taxes, increases in fuel prices, increases in everything under the sun, commodities, foods, just day-to-day, very basic day-to-day things that we took for granted back in the day that were dirt cheap. Now it's becoming, they're becoming assets. Your food's like an asset now. If you eat healthy and you could maintain a healthy lifestyle, it's almost like you have the financing to do that to live that kind of lifestyle, where a lot of people can't.
my mommy's going in
Your mommy's going to the park on the Tinga? See, my kids never really hear me speak English, right? So, just imagine trying to conquer that much debt. Who in their right mind making $110,000 a year? Okay, that's gross. So net $80,000. Take on a $1.4 million mortgage for a bungalow. Who in their right mind will do something like that? Gotta make a full stop through the intersection because someone decided to turn in front of me, which is nice. But like I said, it's one time per drive. I'm not in the city where I have to deal with this kind of never-ending, what do you call it? What do you call those drivers? Entitled drivers. So it's not like a never-ending entitlement here. It's just, if you look around me, there's nothing. There's not a single car. I could probably go through 2 red lights, no one will even notice me. Oh, this car just passed me. So and that's another thing why I moved to a smaller city. I'm not going to take on millions of dollars in debt. I'm not going to do that. I'm not. No matter how high it goes, it's just the property tax you're paying out, the cost of operating, the cost of carrying that kind of money. Who could conquer that? I mean, you got I got a 25 year. My home will be paid off in 25 years. No, it's not. You won't be paying your home off in 25 years. You know why? Because you got to refinance in 5 years, and that's how the bank gets you. They get you for document fees. They get you for appraisal fees if they can. They get you for all kinds of hidden fees. So then when they rewrite your mortgage and you've paid down your $1 million mortgage, let's say to $960, once you redo it and rebrand it and do it everything, you're back at 25 again. So you never I don't know. It's just conquering so much debt. So I spoke to one guy. He's got 11 credit cards. Okay, this guy works as an assessment advisor for this department in the government, and he's got 12, 13 credit cards, 2 lines of credit, 1 auto loan because he had to get a BMW, and it's no. You see, when people got BMWs back in the day, let me tell you something about BMWs. Okay. Back in the 80s, 81, 82, 83, 84, if you had a BMW, you were the man. Because there was no auto financing back then. There was no payment plan back then in the early 80s. So when you had a Mercedes in the early 80s, or you had yourself a BMW, you were the man. You were like, holy crap, that guy's got a Benz. Wow, that guy's got a Beamer. Now, anyone could finance that crap. Oh, sign right here for 10 years. It's all yours. And you can show your friends how successful you are paying bills down. And that's what it's gotten to. That's what has gotten to. And I'm not into that whole charade, fake wake lifestyle. Is the new fake the new norm? That's the question. Is being fake the new normal? It's scary. To think that a lot of people believe that they need to be successful in life, they need to be at a certain level, whether it's with a vehicle, whether it's with a house. It's like I still remember getting all these messages from people, oh, poor white boy can't afford to live in Vancouver. It's like, oh no, poor white boy isn't going to be enslaving himself into debt. And then now, there's one real estate agent that shut his mouth up real good. He was complaining to me saying, oh, if people that listen to you, blah, 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 bought in Vancouver, if they bought 3 years ago, they'd still be doing well and blah, 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 and they're doing fine. But instead, a lot of people listen to you and they didn't buy and blah, blah, blah. Now, those people that listened to me kind of felt kind of hurt at the time, saying, man, I could have been up $100,000. Now, you're going to be down $200,000, and not only that, on top of that, you're not only down $200,000, and you can't sell your damn property, so you're fully underwater. So anyone that bought in the last 3, especially when that real estate agent says, oh yeah, people bought in the last 3 years, listening to you all these years, they would have been blah, 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 and blah, 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 and they would have been up right now equity-wise, and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, try selling your property, especially in Vancouver. It's nice to be rich on paper. I guess it makes you sleep well at night that you're rich on paper. And then a lot of those people would have fooled themselves. They would have started taking out HELOCs, just like everyone else, and using their home as an ATM machine. I coined that term, by the way. I've been saying that for years. And now I'm seeing billboards of it everywhere. It's the power of language. It gets around. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. It's Thursday. Gonna spend lots of time with my kids today. We're going to plant some plants today. We're going to put some water. I'm teaching my kids how life's really about. Anyways, guys, I'm home. I will talk to you guys soon. Tomorrow's Friday, guys. Happy Friday to everyone tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Debt Load. Who is conquering what and why? What's the point? Say bye, Antonio. Adeus. Yeah. He's wearing his Ronaldo shirt today.
You're sleeping, Julieta.
Julieta tamimi?